Shalom.
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 All right. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Hashem, Yahweh Shai,
Yahusha, Ba'ashem,
Hashem,
Rekakadash.
Rakakadash. All right.
Kakadash.
So double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who well and taught us this truth. We also like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3, his brother Salah.
Brother Zana.
Brother Nawaha.
All right. So today's lesson, we gonna be land backing on what Elder Apostle Tahar, and the other brothers, the other elders and the brothers, covered the topic on on on. On those Gentiles, right? Just the skinny of it is Elder Apostle Tahar. He showed a video featuring I believe Captain Desariac debating with this one Christian, right, and basically this one Christian is saying that in Paul's writings, right, that he's basically saying that's somewhere that in Paul's writings, that when he's speaking of the Gentiles, he's speaking of all the Gentiles, man. No, and what he fails to understand is the scriptures is only meant for the Israelites. Basically what we're gonna cover today, right, is that those Israelites, man, that Paul was referring to when it says no Greek, no difference between no Greek or Jew, and Jew just goes back to a Judean or an Israelite. Like it's because they're the same people. They're Israelites, and those Gentiles, they're Hellenists, meaning what, they're Israelites that spoke Greek. That's it, man. That's the bottom line. All right.
Time.
All right, so let's get let's get that scripture. AV. There is no difference between Greek or Jew, and that's Romans 10 verse 12. And we already have that right here. So Romans 10 verse 12 says here, for there is no difference between the Jew and Greek, for the same Lord Yahweh over is all is rich unto all that call upon him, and that all is referring to the Israelites, right. So let's go into the Strongs, right, and let's go into the word Greek, and that word Greek goes into the word, and we'll let Esau speak.
Strong's G 1672, Hellene. Hellene.
Helen, Greek by either nationality, whether a native of the mainland or Greek islands or colonies. In a wider sense, the name embraces all nationals, not Jews that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. The primary reference is a difference of religion and worship. So yes, yes, Helen, a Grecian, inhabitants by Hellas, by Greeks, by Greek-speaking persons, especially a non-Jew. So no, but that's Esau trying to trick you, right? That's it is referring to them Greek-speaking Jews, right? So and if I could find the receipt right here, let's see, maybe I have it under notes. Let's see if I can scroll all the way up. Bear with me a moment. It I know I should have that receipt that Elder Malcolm had posted. If I could find it. Let's see if I can find it. If not, then I have it somewhere on my phone.
Through. This place through. No healing is our brew. It is grievous.
Hold up. So okay, brothers, let me check my phone. I know I have that receipt.
And Noah.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Man, you got me weak, man. Man, what in the world? Man, what in the world?
You talking about the smile?
Yeah, but nah, man. You know, was it an Eve?
For sure.
Oh yeah, you already know. Smite thee with
Oh.
stink. I said I'm
Oh
gonna smite thee
man.
with stink.
He said instead of sweet smell, it's gonna be stink. That bitch is gonna be
Whew.
stinking.
Isaiah 3:24. Phew.
Oh man. Salakia,
Yeah,
Salakia.
yeah. The one of y'all must be outside. I found it. All right.
Bring it
Let me
out.
see.
Bring it
All
out.
right, let me see. Let me see if I can post it. But let me see, give me a second. Files, images, people, culture.
Yo, what precept you looking for?
No, it's not a precept. It was a receipt.
Receipt. Oh,
It goes into the word Hellenist, right?
Hellenist. Fine.
Yeah, I literally just had it. Where was it? Give me a moment.
Just Salah, you found it?
Yes, yeah. I should have it. I should have it. If all right, here they are. Slocky about that, brothers.
You good?
But
Come.
yeah, all right. So when you look at the word Helen, right, or Hellenist, it says here not of the Greek nation who spoke Greek. The term is used specifically of Jews, the Israelites, in whatever part of the world that they lived, who had adopted the Greek tongue within often Greek practices and opinions. Margin of Acts the sixth chapter one in Acts chapter Acts chapter 6 verse 1 and chapter 9 verse 29. The text calls them Grecian Jews and simply Grecians. So that's what it goes into when it calls them Hellenists, right? And if you look at the word Greece or Grecian, right? Right, as it says here, but the word may be used to indicate non-Jews, foreigners, and aliens, right? Grecians, Greek-speaking Jews, right? That's what it's referring to. That's what it means when it says there's no difference between Greek nor Jew. Right,
Right.
right.
Oh,
Not all the other nations, man. Is these Israelites that took on the customs, and what customs did they take on? They took on the customs of the fucking Edomites, man. And what are the Edomites known for? They're known for what? Fucking sodomy, homosexuality, man. Fucking men taking up their ass. Women munching on each other's carpets. Men sodomizing little boys, sodomizing girls. Those man, they fucking animals, man. All this wicked abominable shit that they doing, man.
yo, I got a preset, and I'll give it to you so you can bring it out.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 18:3. You can bring out that one, or I can read it.
Yeah, hold on.
Revelation 18:3.
KJV Rev 18 verse 3. Go. All right.
Hold on,
Go
let
ahead.
me read the verse before. Hold on. Uh, yeah, you start at we can start at verse 2, then go to 3.
Uh, all right. Go ahead. This is Revelation chapter 18. You want me to read, Ock?
Oh, I can read it if you want me to.
Yeah. Go
Revelation
ahead.
18.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I have it up. I have it up.
Okay, Revelation 18:2, and it said, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and it has come the habitation of devils, and hold every foul spirit in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So that proves that America is not going to be burning, or Babylon the great is not going to be burning forever. That clearly proves it's not going to be burning forever. You know, because people, there's plenty of doctrines out there, but this proves that it's not going to be burning forever because it said in every foul spirit in every cave. No, it said in every foul spirit in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Now we go to the next verse, Revelation 18 verse 3. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication," talking about Babylon the Great, code for America, aka, and saying the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Yeah, so yeah, all these nations trying to get down with America and Babylon the Great, man. They trying to be more like her. They trying, and the heathens even took the customs of her. You got Moab, aka the Chinese Asian motherfuckers. You got them in two-piece suits. Them motherfuckers was in some back in the day was in cloth and shit doing karate. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get down with that great city. But through prophecy, we know this place is it ain't no healing of our bruise, and this place is collapsing. The economy, etc.
And that's right, man. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, he's gonna bring a judgment for for those who have drank of her wine or guess or what took on the philosophy, took on the image of the beast, right? That's what it all goes down to. These motherfuckers, man, they bow down, they fucking bent over, man, and they're taking on the customs of who Esau Edom, man. So and it says here in Babylon has been a golden cup. Uh, all right. All right, and it says here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 7, right? It says here, Babylon has been a golden cup of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua's hand that hath made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad, right? Yeah. So these nations, right? They sobered up, right? They've got they've gotten pissed off that that they took on their philosophies and what happened their women are out of order, their men are also committing all these abominable acts, man, basically the world's out of its course right now, because the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. That's why the people in this earth are mourning, because the wicked is bearing rule right now. And we know that the wicked is who? Fucking Esau Edom, man.
Earth was handed to the wicked, given to the hands of the wicked, according to Job 9:24. It said, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Question mark.
And the answer to that is, and I believe is in Micah. Uh, it, I believe it's in Micah 1:4, if I'm not mistaken.
Michael 1:4.
No, Salakia. Malachi.
Malachi 1:3, or
No, Malachi 1:4. It says here, in Malachi 1:4, the answer is, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Messiah Sabaoth, oath, meaning his armies. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Bashem Messiah hath indignation forever. Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh Bashem, he hates these motherfuckers. Why? Because what they do, these motherfuckers, they Esau, man, he spread all his wicked philosophies and indoctrination to people, which goes along with his witchcraft, man, his enchantments, and he made the people, wonder, fall, fall after him, man, pertaining to the book of Revelation, as and about them marveling after the beast, who they're marveling after Esau and his power structure, right? Because his deadly wound is healed, meaning what? Meaning what? He came back into power after the Renaissance, which was around the late 1400s to 1500s, man. Like that's when Esau started taking down Jake, started conquering lands, and then when they established themselves, that's when these other nations started following their ways because they wanted to be just like them.
That's right, man.
Uh, uh,
And these other nations gonna turn on this on Babylon the Great, man. They gonna turn on this motherfucker.
Oh, they already turning on them. Everybody
The
going
beast shall
against
hate the
them.
whore. The beast shall hate the whore. You're right.
God, China turning against America. We're not going to have no goods coming in.
Yeah,
And
man. And that's why
most of
Trump.
our goods is coming.
Con. Yo, Salah, can you bring out that video, man, of Trump talking about he gonna put the military in the black neighborhoods? Man, Jacob Troubles, man, we right in the beginning.
We are in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, man. This what's it called? See, like Caesar Nero, he is not playing. So in our previous video, I don't have the video for that, but we'll just show the receipts, right? If we scroll a little bit further up,
Let me see if I can find it.
yeah. Basically, it's the strengthening and unleashing America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect citizens, right? DJ Trump, he's gonna invoke the Insurrection Act, which basically he's gonna enforce martial law. By sending all these military personnel to help the police force, and he's gonna enact martial law. He's basically gonna rule with an iron fist, man. And that goes in the prophecy of the Egyptians are beginning to be given into the hand of a cruel lord, pertaining to the book of Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, man. Through.
But what's it called? But the main point of this lesson, right, was to prove that the Apostle Paul, when he was speaking to the Gentiles, right, he was speaking to Israelites. He was speaking to the to Israelites, not all the heathen nations, man. He was mainly speaking to Israelites. Why? Because through the conquering of Alexander, right, to the Greco-Roman Empire, that's when Jake became Hellenized and started taking on all the customs of these nations, man. And you can read that in the book of First Maccabees. And you know we read First Maccabees right now, right? From First Maccabees chapter 1, and it happened after Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, right, and Alexander's line and King Philip's line, it traces all the way back to Amalek through Agag, right? Right. That's they're not so-called Persians. They're Edomites, specifically. They're fucking Amalekites, man. They're into a bunch of wicked shit, man. Like Alexander, man, he would regularly have sex with young boys, man. Hence why the title of this video is called those Grecians were Israelites
Fuck no, man.
that spoke Greek, nigga.
Fuck no. Fuck no. This is why this man has to go, man. It
Hey,
talks
hey,
about there will be no survivors left of Esau, and that's in the book of Obadiah. So anybody that want to say that no, Edomites they're gonna be saved, man. They're gonna they're good. No, they're going into captivity, man.
hey,
It's that
hey, hey,
scripture.
hey,
Jacob have I
hey,
loved, but Esau have I hated.
Amen. Esau was meant to be hated, right? And Brother Brock, I'm glad you came in here because because I mentioned Elder Apostle Tahar's video from the beginning, right? But basically, in his video, he featured Tazariak arguing with some boneheaded Christian thinking that Esau is gonna be saved, right? And he one of them and that Christian's one of them extra crispy ass. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's one of them extra crispy ass niggas that want to be like Esau, that want to become white like Esau, even that want to be loved by his enemy. Why? Because he has fucking Stockholm syndrome. And that's what it all boils down to, you know. And again, that goes back to Jay taking on them Grecian, them Greco-Roman customs, man. Jay got hell nice, man, and he got too comfortable, right? That's why the scripture says, and let's bring this out. Why trimmest Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33. Why trimmest thou ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. And we know the wicked is talking about Esau, jumping all the way back to Malachi 1 and 4. Uh, and if you read on, it says here, also thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor in the sense. I have not found it but by secret search, but upon all these, yet say it's because I am innocent. Surely his anger shall turn from me. Behold, I will plead with thee, because thou sayest I have not sinned. Right, right, and that's going to you wicked ass jakes that go, oh, the law, like motherfucker, you can't even keep the law, man.
And I got a precept for that too.
Go
About
ahead.
the law.
I already know what you're gonna bring out.
Con. First Timothy 1:7. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm. But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers, and murderers of mothers, for manslayers. But yeah, for whoremongers, and that word whoremonger is going into pimps, right? If I'm not mistaken, a pimp.
Yeah. It's the same shit that Adam 22 be doing, man.
Yep.
There ain't no difference.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
pips are gonna you motherfuckers are gonna get shamed for that. Yeah, you whore out your wife, you damn cuck. We're talking
Uh-huh.
about being a fucking pimp, bitch ass.
What I'm saying, man. Shit sick.
Yeah, and these are the same motherfuckers, man. They gonna bow down, right? Like, man, and I said this before, man. Esau, he's gonna come rolling in, right? And yes, this is gonna be from the fucking Kratos meme, but I'm gonna say it, man. Esau, man, with that MOTB, right? For these 2/3 Jakes, Esau's gonna come. He gonna roll up, man. He gonna break through your door. He's gonna say, "I'm Greek, nigga. Show me your butthole." And you know what Jake's gonna say? "My booty hole brown." And they're just gonna fucking take it, man.
Yo,
Hey,
fact.
yo.
So what?
They they gonna take that MOTB.
What the fuck?
Man, and let's get that and let's get that precept. You know, that says what 2/3. It's already written, right? Two. It says here 2 parts. All right, this book of Zechariah, chapter 13, starting at verse 8, and it shall come to pass then all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will find them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, this is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is my power, he is my God. And Lord willing, if you are the elect, those are the names that we're going to be calling upon you during the time of Jacob's trouble, which is nigh at the door, man. You see all these prophecies happening, man. Like you see what these terrorists have been doing, and the economy's already been collapsing even before the tariffs. Right, the tariffs all did was just speed up the collapse of the dollar, and eventually they're gonna usher in that MOTB, but not after they install that Caesar Nero instills martial law, which is what he's gonna do with the Insurrection Act and the and the strengthening and unleashing of America's law enforcement to pursue criminals and protect innocent citizens. That's what the fuck Caesar Nero is gonna do. Right? Because what's it called? We're gonna get the prophecy of the where it says, I will give the Egyptians into hand of a cruel Lord. All right, so the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 4, and the Egyptians I will give over, I will give, I will give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, oath again going back to his armies. Right, and Caesar Nero Trump, man, he's the guy that's gonna push out that MOTB, man. He is the last man, in office before Yahweh Shai returns, through the spirit, man. And because there is no bouncing back for Babylon the Great. And what was that precept that they said that we would have healed Babylon?
Yeah, we would have. Let me bring that up. Um, Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and lifted up even to the skies. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And why is that? Is because everyone drunken of a wrath, man. That's why Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, man. That's why the Lord told us not to follow the ways of the heathens, man. Look what the fuck Jake's been doing, man. Jake's completely through. He's all bugged out. And here's this post right here, right? Right, that I believe that the elder Malcolm posted, right. It says here, modern women claim to be independent, right, but are barely holding it together. Imagine working hard and not bruising your teeth, taking a shower in 3 weeks. Would this be acceptable for a man? Comment below. It says here, woman explains why she quit her job after experiencing burnout. I woke up and realized I haven't showered in 3 weeks, and I can't cover my basic needs working 40 hours, man. And brother, now you basically, like you said, that woman, like they burn out faster than men, right? And 40 hours, man, that's a normal ass work week for anyone, man. I'd personally be happy if I could work 40 hours a week, man. But 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 we know what the scripture says. We gotta run under Caesar, that's Caesar's, man.
Oh man, because what's it called? A woman supposed to be so you're not supposed to be working, but they like to work 50, 60 hours a week, burn the fuck out.
And yeah, you cut out right there, but like I know what you're gonna say, man. Well, the women, they're supposed to be keepers at home, man. And basically, right, Eve following the damn serpent, bugged her ass out. They think that she can be strong and independent, but man, when Jacob's trouble comes around the corner, she's gonna find out, man, that she ain't the prize, man. It's the man of the Lord. So we're fastly approaching those times. All right. And it's 11:44. Call law Yalba Shemel Shai.
Paul Haimla Yahweh Shem Shah.
Yes, yes, sir. All right.
Oh, it's not much. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah. I like to apologize. I know it seems like we've been jumping topic, right? But what's it called? The spirit. The spirit's gonna take us where it's gonna take us. But basically, right. It's right. Right. The bottom line is, man. Right, and you see these definitions right here. Those Greeks, right? Those Gentiles. They're the Gentiles that Paul was speaking to, right? In the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 12, he was speaking to Israelites when he's talking about all about when he says Lord over all and all that call upon him. He's talking about all Israelites, not you fucking heathens, not you fucking Romans, not you fucking Edomite Grecians, man. The Hellenized Israelites, man, that took on those customs, that took on those weirdo ways of the heathens that we're not supposed to take on. That's it. That's the bottom line, plain and simple, right?
Sorry, man. Come.
All right, because what's it called? Because I'm reading this right here. All right, if you read on down to Maccabees chapter 1, if you jump down to verse 20, I believe it's 28. It says here. It says here, the land was also moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came into Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city, and smote it very sore, and destroyed much of the people of Israel. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire, and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side. But the woman and children took they captive, and possessed the cattle, and then built they the city of David with great and strong wall, and with mighty towers, and made it a stronghold for them. And then built they the city of David with strong wall, and a mighty tower, and they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men fortified themselves therein, right? Right. So, and that's basically right how Israel fell, right? That's basically how Israel took on the customs. They basically took on the customs of Esau, but through the sword, man, by his blessing. And that's why Paul had to go speak to those Hellenized Grecians right there, because those Hellenized Grecians, those were the Israelites that he wanted to come back into the covenant.
That's right, man.
All right. Unless you brothers have any more precepts, I'll just like to end it off right there. Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
and again, this is the topic this is the topic that those Gentiles, right, are in fact Israelites. Those fucking boneheaded Christians that want to save Esau, man.
Jack, I was gonna bring out a. Hold on. Let me see if I got a precept. Wait. Oh yeah. So Second Ezra 9:1, it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the times diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, it says, then shalt thou understand that it is very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And we seeing that now, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is visiting the earth, man. You know, he's showing great signs and wonders in the heavens. We seeing the UFOs, the so-called chariots of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And if you want to go into that prophecy, you know, when it was the war in heaven, but we ain't got to go into that. But you know, we should go. We should touch on that soon.
Yeah, we'll touch that on that on a different video, but
Yeah,
but now we just wanted to stress the point that those Greece that specifically those Grecians were, you know, that Paul was speaking of were in fact Israelites, but you know, but with that, I think we stressed the point enough. So with that, we're gonna end this lesson there. You know, hopefully this video was edifying. But to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Outside.
Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Hashem. Rakodash.
Ba'ashem, Ruach
Rakadash.
All right. We'd like to give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who will and taught us this truth. We also like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the whole collection of 1/3, Jabal Salah.
Brother Zana.
Brother Barak.
Brother Nawa.
And with that, I'd like to say shalom.
Shalom.